Understanding superheat and subcooling is key to keeping your air conditioning or refrigeration system running smooth without breaking the bank on repairs. So, here's the lowdown on using a pressure temperature chart for this stuff. First, you measure the pressure in your system using a gauge. Then you match that pressure to the saturated temperature on the chart for the specific refrigerant you're working with. This saturated temperature is like your baseline, showing when the refrigerant changes from liquid to gas or vice versa. For superheat, you take the actual temperature of the vapor leaving the evaporator and subtract that saturated temperature from it. This tells you how much extra heat is in the vapor after it's fully evaporated. Super important, so your compressor doesn't get damaged. Subcooling works the other way. You measure the liquid refrigerant temperature after the condenser and subtract the actual temperature from the saturated temperature. This shows how much cooler the liquid is below its boiling point, making sure your system's ready to cool efficiently. Always double check that you're using the right refrigerant chart because each type has different pressure-temp relationships. And remember, these calculations help you spot if your system is low on refrigerant or if something's clogged, so it's worth spending a bit of time getting it right. One of the biggest mistakes folks make with superheat and subcooling is not using the correct pressure-temperature chart for their refrigerant, which leads to wrong calculations and system issues. Fix this by always confirming your refrigerant type before starting any measurements. Another common slip-up is ignoring environmental factors like ambient temperature, which can throw off your readings. Just make sure you take measurements when the system is stable and conditions are normal. Lastly, people often misread pressure gauges or don't calibrate them properly, so you get bad data. To avoid this, use quality gauges and double-check readings for consistency. BigHomeProjects.com makes life easier by hooking homeowners up with trusted local contractors who actually know their stuff about HVAC and refrigeration work. Plus, contractors can find real work through the platform, helping everyone get things fixed faster without all the hassle.